looks like. For every device, no matter what all those concentrations that you saw before, every concentration here and all those different increasing positive charges as we go, we did not see an inflammatory responses generated in this assay system. And we've also isolated serum now from the mice in vivo and looked at a series of inflammatory markers, and again, we don't see inflammatory. So at least in this model, with the devices, the dendrimers we're using, they appear to be fairly safe in vivo. Even though we see a few changes in vitro, which will be interesting to model, we think the body can fix things once you get in vivo. And then we've started doing some immune studies, which are actually the most important studies, but they've only just started. And what we find with a lot of these devices is people pegylate them in order to try to decrease any immune responses. So we're devising some devices that are pegylated on the surface. So the idea is now you have a multifunctional platform, right, that you can modify size, charge, and other components with, and you can stick molecules on the surface or within the device. So you have a platform that you may be able now to manipulate. It seems relatively safe, and we can begin to predict maybe in the future where these things might go based on their chemical properties. So those are some of the things we got a glimpse at with some of the work we were doing initially. This is Horseshoe Bay, so that's about just 15 minutes north of Vancouver proper now. And these are where the ferry boats head out to various islands, right? So if the island is your target, we're now going to switch to targeted nanotherapy. All right, so, and that was the first thing we want to try. So now I'm kind of leaving the background on trying to feel out these devices biologically, predict what they're doing, maybe look at their toxicity. I'm going to move more into trying in biological approaches what we're trying to do with them. And one thing we wanted to learn from the devices was, could we target them? And you've already heard that the folated devices entered the clinic.